Nice. Welcome to Pathhead, and it's playtime time. And I'm very proud, brother, to welcome my wonderful sister. I think she's slightly older than me. Or younger. Is it younger or older? She'll tell you. Sophie Bancroft, and the man I met on my first day at music college in Montreal, literally the first person I met. And he came to Scotland and married my sister. Thomas Lyne. Let's hear you applause for Sophie Bancroft and Tom Lyne.
I got a man who's always late. Every time we have a date, but I love him. Yes, I love him. I'm gonna walk up to his gate and see if I can get it straight, 'cause I want him. I'm gonna ask him, is you is, or is you ain't my baby? Way you're acting, baby, lately makes me doubt. 'Cause you is still my baby, baby. Seems my flame in your heart's done gone out. Well, a man is just a creature that has always been strange. Just when you're sure of one, you find he's gone made a change. Is you is, or is you ain't my baby? Maybe baby's found somebody new. Or is my baby still my baby true? Is you is, or is you ain't my baby? Way you're acting lately makes me doubt. 'Cause you's just still my baby, baby. Seems my flame in your heart has done gone out. Well, man is just a creature that has always been strange. Just when you're sure of one, you'll find he's gone made a change. So is you ain't my baby? Maybe baby's found somebody new. Or is my baby still my baby true? Hello, hello. It's very exciting for us
Hello.
to be out of our sitting room for the first time in, well, all year nearly. Feels like, but this is certainly my first gig out with our sitting room, because we're normally doing our live stream gigs on a Monday night. So it's really great to have travelled all the way across the main street in Pathhead into Pathhead Village Hall.
And we've got the wonderful Matt Elliott running the front end for us.
Yes,
and
we
that's
do.
really exciting.
It's very exciting. So, yeah, no, it's great to be here on a Playtime Presents event. We are this week celebrating the launch of our new CD, Monday Nights, which you can probably guess has come out of all the live stream gigs that we've done during lockdown on a Monday night. So these first 3 songs in this first set are all from the album. That was Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby by Louis Jordan and Billy Austin. This is a great Cole Porter song now called You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. You'd be so nice. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice. You'll be so nice. You'll be so nice. You'll be so nice to come home to. You'll be so nice by a fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'll be all that I could desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'll be so nice. You'll be paradise to come home to. Tom is going to look at who's here so we can say hello. He has got the interacting job tonight.
I am the interacting guy. We've got Fiona. Oh. Hi, Fiona. We've got Ivan Clark. Hello. I don't know how to make a mint julep, but I would if I could. Adrian Cullen.
Well, that's a drink, isn't it? Because this is we've got this wee drinks table going on here I've
I
got
don't
little
have a mint julep, but I'll have a glass of water.
It's not water, Tom Lyne. That one's water, and this one was a bit of port. It's just purely medicinal for those vocal cords, you know. Anyway, this is...
And welcome, everybody who's
yes,
watching.
hello, hello.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for joining us. We're now going to do one of my songs, which Tom plays on his Fender jazz bass, which is a very beautiful old instrument. How old is that bass?
Ooh, it's early 80s.
Wow.
That doesn't really feel old.
And this is one of my songs that I wrote just quite recently, maybe last year I think it was, when we were down visiting a relative on the south coast of England and walking along the seafront in twilight, and there was birds singing, which made me question why they were singing. I wondered if it was a nightingale, but I don't think they have nightingales around there. That was my romantic thought. But it kind of reminded me of all the hours I can often spend as a bit of an insomniatic. Or an insomniac? Yep. Is that the word? Insomniatic?
Insomniac.
I don't know. Anyway, this is kind of a little bit about not being able to sleep.
Up whatever word you want.
It's called Fragile Moon. A haunting cry that calls a purple haze of charcoal trees. What stirs you in the earth's gentle skies? A fragile moon that tells no lies. Transparent shadows and sounds of slumber. Tentative light. Your call is strong in your solitary state. What keeps you there? What thoughts run wild and stir your senses when you should be sleeping? Sleeping. Comforts yet intrudes upon repose, a backdrop to a fertile mind that follows pathways to and fro, never finding peace, never finding peace, never finding peace, never finding sleep. Fragile Moon. So those first three in the set are from our new album. We're going to play some more from it later on in the second set. But we're going to carry on with some of our favourite jazz standards and other cover songs and some other originals that we've been playing over the COVID time. I mean, I suppose the good thing for us is it's given us a lot more time to just sit and play and practice and rehearse, and so that's been a positive thing for us. We've also made a promise to ourselves that whatever gig we're doing, we'll always ensure that 50% of the music is written by females. So, yeah, and that's kind of led us down quite an interesting path, hasn't it, actually, in exploring music that we perhaps wouldn't have otherwise.
We've added a lot of new material to our repertoire in the last 8 months.
Yeah, so this, however, is not written by a female. It's written by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And the English lyrics were by John Hendricks, who is the very man from Hendricks, Lambert and Ross. But this is a great samba called One Note Samba. With a simple melody, just one single note is sounded and repeated constantly. Well, my love is like that samba with that simple melody, just one single steady feeling that's repeated constantly. That's the way my love is like the sun that shines above is ever burning, a burning fire. I will live on ever, for I know that you'll forever be returning, my great desire. Single notes a symbol of the love I have for you, and my single notes repeated, for my love is constant too. Yes, if ever I should leave you, I would cry a while, and then I'll return to you, my true love, and my single note again. Sounded and repeated constantly. Well, my love is like that samba with that simple melody, just one single steady feeling that's repeated constantly. That's the way my love is like the sun that shines above is ever burning, a burning fire. I will live on ever, for I know that you'll forever be returning, my great desire. Single notes a symbol of the love I have for you, and my single notes repeated, for my love is constant too. Yes, if ever I can feel, I would cry a while, and then I'll return to you, my true love, and my single note again. I'll return to you, my true love, and my single note again. I'll return to you, my true love, and my single note again. Aha!
Yay! You should hear the roaring of the crowd.
Peter Man. Yeah, no, that's a fun song. If a little fast there. Sorry about that, Thomas.
That's it. Doesn't matter to me. You're the one who's got to fit all the words in.
Sorry about that, me. So
we've got loads of people in there now. Hang on a sec. You got Miriam Owens. Hello, Sarah. Coleman is in.
Oh,
Coleman's
hi,
in the
Sarah.
house. Gina's in the house.
Gina in the
Gina's
house.
in the house. And Ronnie Ray's in the
Oh,
house.
hi, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Sending you lots of love up the road. We're going to do one of the cover songs that we started playing just recently, which we're really enjoying. This is a Suzanne Vega song that she wrote in 1982. It's one of her most well-known songs, Tom's Diner. So do sing along if you would like to. Apparently, she wrote it about, she used to go into what's called Tom's Restaurant in New York. And this was what inspired her, a lot of the situation she'd had in that diner. And apparently, my brother Tom Bancroft will like to know this, the Tom's Restaurant was the exterior was used as shots for Monk's Cafe in Seinfeld, because Tom Bancroft's a bit of a Seinfeld fan,
That's true, yeah.
I think. So that's a little bit of background on Tom's Diner.
Is there anything else embarrassing you can tell us about your brother Tom?
There's plenty. Don't get me started.
Oh, well, we'll get started in a bit. Have some more port.
I'm sitting in the morning at the diner on the corner. I am waiting at the counter for the man to pour the coffee, and he fills it only halfway. And before I even argue, he is looking out the window at somebody coming in. Do-da-do-day-da-do-day. Do-da-do-day-da-do-day. It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them. Instead I pour the milk. Do-da-do-do-da-do-day. Do-da-do-do-da-do-day. I open up the paper. There's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning to the horoscope and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me. So I raise my head. There's a woman on the outside looking inside. Does she see me? No, she does not really see me, 'cause she sees her own reflection. And I'm trying not to notice as she's hitching up her skirt, and while she's straightening up her stockings, her hair has gotten wet. Do-da-do-day-da-do-day. Do-da-do-day-da-do-do. To the bells of the cathedral, I'm thinking of your voice and of the midnight picnic once upon a time. Before the rain began, I finish up my coffee. It's time to catch the train. Yeah, Suzanne Vega.
Yeah, that's good fun to play.
Thank you, thank you. This is from one of our favourite albums, I would say.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could boldly say.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Metheny, still live talking.
You'll
Yay.
catch this one in the kitchen when everybody's cooking.
Yeah. But also, well, when we used to be able to drive up north,
Yeah.
this would be one of my favourites anyway to put on, and just with all that majestic scenery, and just such a great album. And this is one of the songs, well, it's not a song, but we've made it into a song called It's Just Talk. And again, please sing along if you know this one. Yay! Ooh. So, Tom is going to look.
Subi's out there.
Hey, Subi.
And Eric Davidson is there as well.
Hey, Eric.
We haven't seen you in ages.
I know, it's so lovely to hear all these names and wish that I could actually see you. Anyway, this is the next best thing I keep telling myself and everybody else. This next song, which is the penultimate song of our first set, just to let Matt know, subtly, is a great Joni Mitchell and Charlie Mingus song, which from the album Mingus, Joni Mitchell's album Mingus, which is one of my most absolutely favourite albums. And the album was recorded in the final months of Mingus's life. It was his last musical project, in fact. And him and Joni Mitchell wrote this great blues that's very fun to sing, called Dry Cleaner from Des Moines. Well, I'm down to a roll of dimes. I'm stuck in a slot that's hot. I keep hearing bells all around me, jingling the lucky jackpots. They keep you tantalized. They keep you reaching for your wallet here in Fool's Paradise. I talked to a cat from Des Moines. He said he ran a cleaning plant. That cat was clanking with coins. Well, he must have had a genie in a lamp, 'cause every time I dropped a crime of fluid, he kept ringing bells, nothing to it. He got 3 oranges, 3 lemons, 3 cherries, 3 plums. I'm losing my taste for fruit, watching the dry cleaner do it. Like my dust in a polyester suit. It's so luck, it's just luck. You get a little lucky and you make a little money. Well, I followed him down the strip. Down he picked out a booth, the circus where the cowgirls fill the room with their big balloons. The cleaner was pitching with purpose. He put dinos and boners and lions, pink and blue there. He couldn't lose there. Des Moines was stacking the chips, breaking off the tables, picking the bended spells. This is a story that's a drag to tell in some ways. Since I lost every dime I laid on the line, but the cleaner from Des Moines could put a coin in the door of a John and get 20 for 1. It's just like that cat's got luck. That cat's got luck. That cat's got luck. Really lucky.
I can never remember the last song. Chord. I can't remember the last chord. What?
Yay,
Sorry.
Thomas Lyne on the jazz bass, yay! I'm just going to put my capo on fret 9, which is completely crazy, because it's right up the top of my guitar. But it just is where I want it to be. So that's it. We're going to finish this set with, it's just one of my most favourite songs at the moment, written by Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac, and she wrote this back in 1975. And apparently she was in the Rockies. She was in Aspen, looking over the Rockies. Is that where it is?
Colorado, Aspen, Colorado. Great place to ski. If you're ever there, go skiing.
So she was, just reflecting on life. And this was just before she had joined Fleetwood Mac, that she wrote this song, in fact. But it's just such a beautiful song. And for me, it's just really about getting older. It's a great song for that. Which, hey, we're all doing. Let's face it. Took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, till the landslide brought me down. Sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you older, children get older. I am getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you older, children get older, and I am getting older too. Take this love and take it down. If you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, then a landslide will bring you down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, maybe. Yeah. Thank you. So we're going to take a short break, and you're about to see a great interview with Paul Towndrow, who's coming next week.
Yes!
You're very loud.
Oh,
Crazy.
I'm sorry.
That-
Did I just kill you?
I'm now deaf in my left ear.
Oh,
That's all right though.
I was really excited to see your face.
It's an exciting face.
I like your hair though.
Is the interview started? Is this the interview?
Well, I normally do a bit of flirting at the start just to make people feel good.
But is the flirting part of the interview that will be witnessed by other people, or are we going to keep that between me and you?
It's entirely up to you.
I think it's all good, you know. I think you just let's just keep it organic. Anyway, you were talking about my hair.
Yeah, your hair it's a bit longer than normal, is it not?
Yeah. I've had it. I last had it cut in. Actually, it was like 2 or 3 days before the lockdown started. You know, original lockdown.
So that is like 6 months of hair growth.
It's just 6 months. You're probably not seeing all of it in its true glory.
Can I see it all then?
You want me to unfurl?
Yeah.
All right. So it's kind of. I mean, at the front, it's just kind of overgrown, but there's a lot at the back.
Beautiful.
You know.
You're probably too young to know Robin of Sherwood with Michael Praed.
I like it that you started that by saying that you're probably too young to remember, because I've noticed one of the things that happens when you get older is that people stop starting their sentences like that. You're probably too young to remember. You're probably one of the few people that I that I know that still says that to me, so it makes me feel very good.
That makes me feel very old.
There was something very interesting that you said to me, actually. Well, I say very interesting. It's a thing that I remember for whatever reason. It stuck in my head, and you basically, I think it was when we were on that crazy trip to Russia, and we were talking about, I think we were talking about how your attitude towards being a musician and towards life in general changes as you get older, and you sort of laid it out for me. Is that in your 20s, Paul, you know, you're gonna want to conquer the world and be the best saxophone player in the world, and then in your 30s this is going to happen, and you're going to start to become more kind of pragmatic with your outlook and generally a bit more mature with your general outlook on life and all of that. And what I'd noticed actually is that you didn't have any plan for what was going to happen in my 40s.
No, well,
and I was wondering, I wondered if now that I've sort of hit that milestone, actually a couple of years over the line, what you've got planned for me, you know, now that I'm in my 40s.
So I'm just trying to work out if this is what I said to you in Russia. Was what I used to say was the first 10 years I was focused on trying to get the music as good as I could. And then the second 10 years, I realised that if I didn't get the sort of business thing sorted out and the promotional thing sorted out, it didn't matter how good the music was. Then after the second 10 years, I realised that because I was Scottish and playing jazz, no matter how good and you know, fat and all these other factors that, you know, constraints, there was only a certain limit to what I could achieve, no matter how much time and effort I put into the promotional stuff. So then the third decade, I went back to just trying to enjoy the music as much as possible, and feeling grateful for playing music with good musicians and trying to be able to make a living from it. Now, if that's what I said to you, if it was along those lines, then there's the 40s are in that last bit, which is
just enjoy yourself, basically.
Just do it. You're doing it because you love it, and just don't worry about all the other shit. Just enjoy it.
There's no way that we'd have got to this stage and still be doing it, especially after everything that's happened this year, and still be like figuring out ways that we can play music together and all of that stuff if we didn't really love it. So, you know, there's sometimes you sort of ask that question like, why am I doing this?
Well, you know, there's this sort of set of psychological theories about motivation, and I'm actually just reading the book about it called Drive by Daniel Pink, and for many years it's been this idea that people do stuff because of money and rewards, or avoiding punishment, you know, so there's a sort of carrot and stick picture of motivation, and increasingly people start to find that actually, quite often, if you give people financial rewards for things, it doesn't really actually always work in quite a lot of situations. And people are much more motivated about feeling validated and a sense of value in what they do. And that's why stuff like all these open source software platforms that and Wikipedia and things like that people do in their spare time or for free are actually very successful, because people feel great about doing stuff like that. And I do think that improvising music with other human beings, especially when they're good at it, is one of the most powerfully validating human activities. I think it's just an incredible thing to do, and it makes you feel intensely human and
valued as well,
valued,
and supported.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an analogy for that, as to what society could be as well, but also it's a real in the moment experience of that kind of love, and or it could be other things as well, all sorts of other stuff that's at play. I like that idea as well about motivation, and that ultimately when it boils down to it, money for most people isn't the big motivating factor, and that's like a big misconception. And
I mean, this is the conversational preamble I normally do before I tell people that the money for Playtime is really shit. But this is going way better than it normally does.
I'm fully motivated anyway, so don't worry.
So, what have you been doing in lockdown? And how have you kept yourself?
I've mostly been sitting right here, actually. I mean, for the most part of a year, I've worn out one or two chairs. I've got quite a nice, comfortable. Actually, bought a gaming chair. Even though I don't really play lots of computer games, it's the most comfortable one. And I've been sitting here. I've also got a practice space. I've got practice there. I've done a couple of little recordings and things for other people. One of the big things is that I've got much better at home recording myself, mixing, editing, doing video editing. All of that stuff has been like a real kind of upskill. And I've been writing loads and loads of music as well.
Great.
That's been something that I've been able to really get inside of. Probably the first year where I've done more writing than I have playing. So I've got lots of stuff on the back burner. I've also got an album that's in the can that was recorded over a year ago. That's Deepening the River, and it's
the big band stuff.
Sort of a big band album with some different angles, and it's now finished. We're working on the artwork, so hopefully that should be out in well, I'm hoping by the end of January. So
are you doing it on your own label?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, I've just always. I mean, I kind of always have released music just on my own, and I think. I mean, obviously, from having run Caber that it's back at a point I think where having a record label that was able to bring together the scene a little bit was a great thing. Anything that I've done, it's essentially just me and other projects that I'm heavily involved in. But it's worked well for me, I mean, I don't have any sort of big ambitions to put music out on a major label or anything like that. That's kind of, I think I probably did when I was in my 20s, but now I'm in the third.
You're in the just
decade.
Enjoy it phase.
I'm in the just enjoy it phase, so I'm just gonna sort of keep, I keep writing music, I keep playing, so I'm sort of observing that that's happening, and might as well try and do some stuff with it while we're here.
Great. Well, as you know, I came to see Deepening the River, and I really loved it. And I mean, I loved all of it, but it's a beautiful band, first of all, and the combination of traditional musicians, and there was a guy playing tabla, and just a real diverse, beautiful mixture of musicians that you chose. And the writing was wonderful, and there was this one bit where you had a New Orleans vibe with a Scots sort of traditional jig over the top, or slip jig or something, which was like, wow. And I was going, you bastard! I should have got that one, but I never thought of it. And and you did it, and it was like, wow, that's fantastic, you know.
There was something very freeing that I discovered from writing things outside of my own kind of jazz bubble, outside of my own discipline, and it can be intimidating as well to go outside of that and try and write music that's not in your kind of specialist area, but also it's very freeing. And the freeing thing about it was that I realised that my expectations of what I might produce were much lower. so I just was pleasantly surprised every time I came up with something that you know, it's like, well, that to me that sounds like a pipe tune. If I give it to a piper, they might disagree, but this sounds like the sort of scheme that I would write something for a Carnatic musician or set musicians to play with, and I've done my research and stuff. That seems okay, or this seems like the right sort of sound.
Is there any of that online at the moment? Could people go and hear that, or you have to wait for it to come out?
I have to wait for it to come out. But it won't be long. I probably will release a little bit of a preview of it. I'm at the moment just finalising the artwork.
This is going out in the interval of this week's Playtime. What did you think of the first set?
Pretty. I was good.
No. That's next week when this is Sophie Bancroft and Tom Lyne, my sister, are on. We've just heard their first set.
So I'm not talking about my set. This time travel thing is really, really confusing for me. So who am I talking about here? Sophie and Tom?
You're the first person to struggle with this. I've done this I've done this joke on 12 interviews now.
Is this a joke?
Yeah, because obviously we're filming this before Sophie and Tom's gig.
Before it's happened. Well, how will I know if it was any good or not?
It's being broadcast during the gig, so we're imagining that we've just heard the first set and we have to pretend.
So you want me to just be just to lie? What if I comment on something really out there and then it actually happens during the gig, like some sort of?
Well, then you would have to find out if you have psychic powers.
Yeah. Is that how you find out if you've got psychic powers or not?
No, I think you probably know already.
Because I know some people who do know that they've got psychic powers, but I don't think I'm one of them.
People often ask me and my brother if we have a psychic link, you know, as identical twins. And I always say, no, in fact, we don't understand each other even when we're talking to each other in language, like out loud.
And also it's a funny dynamic as well because you're a drummer and he's a saxophone player, and I kind of know what that dynamic can be like. And I mean,
sax players are just, they've got that kind of ego, messianic, like I am a man of destiny thing. And I call it the fighter pilot and the ground crew mentality. Yeah. Saxophone players,
but you know that pilots. You know that that's your job, is just to bring the plane into land safely when it starts.
No, we're there to just fill up the petrol and just polish the, you know, polish stuff, and we don't make eye contact.
What's that? That motion is milking a cow, I think.
We don't make eye contact with the pilots when they come out because they're so important, you know.
But all joking aside, you're a really good drummer for a saxophone player to play with. It's just I think you kind of have a bit more insight than a lot of drummers do about saxophone players, and I think part
how
of it
difficult it is to be a saxophone player. How awfully difficult it is.
It's really hard, but you're kind of like, you're sort of a good babysitter, you know.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say so.
The last gig that I did before lockdown was in Ronnie Scott's, and I was eating a burger in the dressing room, and I broke a bit off one of my teeth. So I bought some temporary filling stuff and I had this idea that, you know, I was going to just sort of be doing my own dentistry from now on, and cutting my own hair and doing all that stuff for the entertainment of other people in between, you know, two sets of a gig. What was it you called it? Promotion?
Yeah.
That, you know, that could be quite a good thing to do, but maybe that'll be for next.
Do your own dentistry?
Yeah, it would be guided as well, because I know that you're a dentist, so kind of a doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor. So
Yeah,
you
I
could
mean-
be there to make sure that I'm doing it properly.
There must be a jazz musician who's also a dentist. There's a lot of jazz musician doctors, but
Dentists, not so much.
well, there's got to be a jazz dentist joke. There's obviously Tooth Fillman, Julie Gillespie, Fluoride Purim.
Wait a minute, have you... These are pre-prepared, aren't
No, this is just yeah. Just briefly, what are we doing next week? What's the plan?
they? A bit of dentistry, a bit of hairdressing, but mostly improvisation, I think. Maybe some new compositions that will open up into some exciting adventures in... What is it?
New adventures
Music.
in music. That was quite frightening there when you leant. It was almost like you came out of the screen.
But I think the last time I did Playtime, I played the music of Cannonball Adderley, so it was away from the sort of free thing. But when I listen to you guys play, especially some of these recent live streams, I just really love because I think to play free, really you need to have that sort of rapport as a group. You need to build that up probably over years and years. It's exciting for me to sort of stick a toe into that pool of free improvisation that you've been.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Let's do it. Okay, well, that sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Both the improvisation and the tunes part, and whichever balance you choose.
Well, I'm looking forward to it a lot as well, and thanks for inviting me to come and play.
Yeah, so I think it's time to go. So, Paul Tandro, you're beautiful. It's lovely to talk to you, and looking forward to next week.
Bye-bye.
Brush the cobwebs off his skin, pick the spiders from his hair. I kiss him like a wasp sting, shock him into loving me, shock him into loving. When he wears his saddest face, I'll put his smile back in place. I'll pin him down so kindly, spread his hair across an open Bible, spread his hair across me. Precious things get cut and broken, we patch them up, but thanks go unspoken, and the cracks show on us like occasional china, like occasional china. I'll be subtle and supple, adding grace to the kettle. Make holy water tea and pray that one day he'll do the same for me. That one day he'll do the same. Precious things get cut and broken, we patch them up, but the thanks go unspoken, and the cracks show on us like occasional china, like occasional china. These veins of hope in broken things, see my blood reinflate his wings. I kiss him like a wasp sting, shock him into loving me. I shock him into loving me. I shock him into I shook him into loving.
Occasional China is a song I co-wrote with Dave Gill and Gaia Holmes, who are two amazing wordsmiths. I think Dave was a professor of English at Hull University, and Gaia Holmes was one of his PhD students who went on to become a published poet. And there was a phase in our lives when he or they would send me lyrics to see if they inspired me to write the music. And this was most definitely one of them. I loved these lyrics. So that's written by the three of us, Occasional China. So this is an old song. Once originally was a bawdy ballad, but Burns changed it into one of the most beautiful songs about enduring love I think has ever been written. And it's also one of my favourites. John Anderson, My Joe.
John Anderson, my Joe John, when we were first acquaint, your locks were like the raven, your bony brow was brent, but now your brow bespelled, John, your locks are like the snow, and blessings on your frosty pow. John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe John, we'll climb the hill together, and money you can today, John. We have had one another, now we want to down, John. John Anderson. John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, John Anderson, my Joe.
Such a great song.
Roar the crowd.
This is blues that was written by Blossom Dearie, who's a wonderful jazz singer. And I think I know she was very inspired by the blues that Billie Holiday wrote before this one, which was called Billy's Blues. And this one's called Blossom's Blues.
We'll figure that.
But this is fun.
Check out the lyrics on this one.
You're going to sing BVs on this, Thomas?
Oh, I sort of broke the mic stand. There, that's better.
12 in, Tom. 1, 2, a diggy diggy dig.
In a lion's den. My nightly occupation was stealing other women's men. I'm an evil, evil woman and I want to do a man some good. I'm an evil, evil woman and I want to do a man some good. No Gina, Lola, Bridget, I ain't good riding hood. If you don't like my pictures, baby, why do you shake my tree? I tell you, it's the port. Oh.
What song is that?
I don't know. This
This
So
next
now
one's a
we have
bit
to settle.
slower.
Do you want to have a look and see who is?
There's lots of,
They
there's
may all
lots
have
of
run
really
away
nice
now. That
people
was
in
so
there.
fast.
Oh, Bruce Forrest is there. Hey, Bruce. Lisa Molly's
Oh,
watching.
hey, Lise.
Hi, Lisa. And Tim Nolan from McGill University, like a zillion years ago. Tim, hi. Wow. He's another bass player. And Fiona's back.
Hey,
Neil.
Fiona.
Neil Dumpton is
Hey,
there.
Neil.
Hey, Neil. And I'm going to say this wrong. Real O'Reilly. And what's his name? Tom Bancroft.
Hey,
And
Tom
Angela
Bancroft.
Faulkner. Hey, you guys.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to calm things down a bit now. This is one of my songs that I wrote after my first ever visit to the Isle of Mull, and whoa, that was good. Our visit to Calgary Bay on the west coast of Mull, and I was just completely blown away by this most beautiful place. Okay, Tom's going to fix his microphone. There he goes.
In the light was beautiful, and the wind with soothing soul made the sun say it warm on Calgary Bay, and the silhouettes of the trees with no regrets, how they lean with a style on Calgary Bay. Those who were weary, they lay on the sand and felt the great hand of time. In Calgary Bay, I'll stay, and the seaweed birds in their magic trees keep their silent guard on Calgary Bay, and the rocks of old and the sand of gold, all embraced by the sky in Calgary Bay. Those who were lonely, they lay there a while and offered a smile in return in Calgary Bay, in Calgary Bay, in Calgary Bay, I'll stay. Those who were happy, they gazed at the sea, becoming as one with the clouds in Calgary Bay, in Calgary Bay, in Calgary Bay, I'll stay.
Yeah, Calgary Bay. It's a beautiful place. If you haven't been, do go when you can. So, next song written by Sammy Fain and Paul Francis Webster,
Yeah.
and has a link to a certain Doris. B flat.
secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendly star, the way that lovers often do, just how wonderful you are, and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shouted from the highest hills, I even told the golden daffodils that at last my heart's an open door. My secret love's no secret. Once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me, and all too soon my secret love became impatient to be free. And so I told a friendly star, the way that lovers often do, just how wonderful the thing that you are, and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shouted from the highest hills, I even told the golden daffodils that at last my heart's an open door. My secret love's no secret anymore. Thomas Lyne, once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me, and all too soon my secret love became impatient to be free. And so I told a friendly star, the way that lovers often do, just how wonderful I think that you are, and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shouted from the highest hills, I even told the golden daffodils that at last my heart's an open door. My secret love's no secret anymore. My secret love's no secret anymore. My secret love's no secret. My secret love's no secret anymore.
Yay! So we've come to the last 3 songs of the set, which means they're all from our new CD. Matt's going to zoom in. Way! Oh, sorry, Matt, caught you on the hop. So this is our new CD, which we're very pleased with, and it's came out of lockdown, and it's got some standards, and it's got some originals, and it's got a cover on it, and it's got obviously a CD cover, but it's got a cover song on it, is what I'm trying to say. And you can get it from my Bandcamp page, sophiebandcroft.bandcamp.com.
I think they've been playing the link.
Yes.
Oh. And there is a donate button.
Yes.
PayPal.me/interrupto. So yeah,
Yes,
if
if
you
you
feel
can drop a donation, that's brilliant, because
it helps the
slips a
technical,
bit of-
because there's actually a huge technical crew in the
There
background.
is, all called Matt.
All called Matt.
But Matt is brilliant.
Matt and Rory.
Matt and Rory and all of the Playtime people who do a brilliant job bringing lots
They've
of
been
different
hard
music.
at work the whole lockdown doing
Yeah.
these shows every Thursday night, and we've enjoyed watching them, and they've been really fantastic.
Yeah.
So lots of new people to watch, and
Yeah.
keep joining. And if you feel so inclined, please
Put a penny in the
put
PayPal.
a penny in the PayPal.
That could be a song, couldn't it? So this is a song written by Tom Lyne, the very man here. You could tell us about this song.
It's about a farmer that wants to go to Mars.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else to say
That's
about
fine,
it.
that's enough.
It's a song about, yeah, you'll find out.
1, 2. Oh, God. Wait, let's just leave it. 1, 2, 3.
Once there was a farmer in the town who said he'd visit Mars. Wasn't much that we could really say, other than that's real far. Family came together, all his good friends too. Talk of how to help him, things that we could do, how to make this journey far from us. Everybody started making things and painting all the parts. All the pieces fit together well. Everyone had to sing. In the farmer's garden rose a wondrous sight, dancing round the bonfire, singing through the night. Celebrate a starship far from Mars. Once there was a farmer in the town who said he'd visit Mars. Wasn't much that we could really say, other than that's real far. Family came together, all his good friends too. Talk of how to help him, things that we could do, how to make this journey far from Mars. Everybody started making things and painting all the parts. All the pieces fit together well. Everyone had to sing. In the farmer's garden rose a wondrous sight, dancing round the bonfire, singing through the night. Celebrate a starship far from Mars.
Yay. And if you want to go to my YouTube channel, there is a video made by a fantastic young filmmaker called Nina Morgan, who made us just a beautiful animation for this song, didn't she, when we released it as a single. So do go and check that out. It's just fantastic. So it's my just Sophie Bancroft on YouTube. It's just basically Sophie Bancroft anywhere. Go anywhere that says Sophie Bancroft, and then you'll find all these things. This is a song that I wrote a long, long time ago. Well, Angie wrote that one a long, long time ago. Both of these are very old songs.
Yeah.
But we have kind of revamped them into different time signatures and keys and things like that. So it's given them a new lease of life.
Is that like a pun? Because they're old songs and you've revamped them into a new time.
Thank you. I'll just carry on. This is one
I
of mine.
fixed the mic stand, by the way.
You did well done. It's called Miles Way, and I'd like to dedicate this one to my mum because she likes the song. And
Matt thought that was funny.
I'm dedicating this to my mum, and I'd also like to dedicate it to Fiona too. And we send you all our love to both of you. You're miles away, and I wanna talk to you. You're miles away, and there's so many things I wanna share. You're miles away, I wanna reach out and touch you. But you're miles away. Just a memory is all I have to go on. Just a memory is all I have to keep you alive. And this sweet memory makes my longing feel worth it. Even though you're miles away, I wanna reach out and relive the vibe. Makes me feel good whenever you are beside me. Wanna reach out and know that you are there. I wanna reach out and relive the vibe that makes me feel good when you are beside me. Wanna reach out and know that you are there. I wanna reach out and relive the vibe. Makes me feel good whenever you are beside me. Wanna reach out and know that you are there. I want to reach out and relive the vibe. Makes me feel good whenever you are beside me. Wanna reach out and know that you are there. But you're miles away, and I wanna talk to you. You're miles away, and there's so many things I want to share. You're miles away, I wanna reach out
You're miles away.
Fender jazz bass.
Mm-hmm.
Liking. So we've come to our last song. Oh. It's been great playing 2 sets actually, because normally on our Monday night gig we just do 1 set, and it's nice to do 2 sets again. Do come and join us on a Monday night. I hope I'm not pilfering playtime people, but we're on a Monday night 8 o'clock on my Facebook page. It's me again. It's
In
all about
Pathhead.
me. Yeah, just across the road. Yeah, we're there on Monday nights. Album Monday nights. Everything's about Monday nights. And me and him.
Hey.
We're going to finish with one of our favourite standards from My Fair Lady, written by Lerner and Lowe in 1956. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We've really enjoyed coming here and
We have.
playing.
And I've been very remiss because there's been like loads of stuff going on here. Loads of people chatting. Fiona's on there
Hey,
saying
Fiona.
hi to everybody because we send lots of love to Fiona. And Sylvia and loads of other people, and they're all just chatting away. So that's great
Good.
to see. Have fun.
Yes.
It's really nice to see you.
And can I also say a huge thank you to Matt once again, for it's just always a pleasure working with you.
Yeah.
And also to Tom and all the Playtime crew who are just brilliant.
Martin and those guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, on the street where you live, which is quite topical actually, because we all live on the street. Everyone on the. Well, some of the people to do.
Everybody
Playtime.
here and half the people watching.
Yeah.
I've often walked down this street before, but the pavement never felt beneath my feet before. All at once in my several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live, are the lilac trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? It doesn't enchantment pour out of every door. No, it's just on the street where you live. And all this towering feeling, just to know that somehow you are near. This overpowering feeling that any second you might suddenly appear. People stop, they stare, but they don't bother me, 'cause there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. street where you live. Now they light the trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Just enchantment poured out of every door. No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, it's towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. This overpowering feeling that any second you might suddenly appear. People stop and stare. They don't bother me, 'cause you know where else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can't be here on the street where you live. Can't be here on the street where you live. Here on the street where you live.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And good night.